Joe, a few of your teammates have tested positive for coronavirus, including today. What's this situation been like for you personally when it hits close to home like this?
Just more adversity for us to handle. I think we're going to handle it well. We got Zoom meetings, and they're staggering us into the building for practice. So just more adversity for us.
Does it affect your preparation during the week?
Nope, not at all.
With Ben Roethlisberger being an Ohio guy, went to Miami, was he a quarterback that you watched growing up, maybe even emulated or admired?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of a handful that, I always enjoyed watching and thought he was, it feels like he's always in control of what's going on. It feels like he's never rushed and he sees the field. So, I always enjoyed watching him growing up.
Joe, you have a great ability to learn from things and then not make the same mistake twice. How beneficial is it that you played Baltimore in facing this Pittsburgh defense? Are they so different schematically that it really doesn't mean a hill of beans?
They're very different schematically. They both bring a lot of pressure. That's the one similarity. So, I'm sure they're gonna, watch that game and think they can heat me up and, expect me to make some mistakes when I get pressured. But, that's something that I just can't do. And, I'm looking forward to this game.
You've played very well since that Baltimore game. Anything that you took from the Baltimore game that you can maybe use for this week against that probably a club that's going to, like you said, probably try to heat you up? Is there anything you took from that game?
Just get the ball out of my hands fast. Don't try to make a big play on every snap. Just execute the offense the way it's supposed to be executed, and the points will come and the wins will come.
This week, Roethlisberger isn't practicing because of contract tracing. Do you have a plan on how you would go about your week if for some reason you couldn't be in the facility for every day until Sunday?
I was thinking about that over the weekend. I don't know how he or I would get the throws in that I needed. So that would be a challenge for me, figuring out a way to handle that. I'm glad I don't have to deal with it right now.
Hey, Joe, has it been an advantage for you in your first year to have so few people in the stadiums as far as being able to communicate and that type of thing?
It probably has. You don't really think about it too much. But there's no issue communicating on the field, that's for sure. And that's definitely an advantage for us.
Where did you kind of develop your voice for your cadence and trying to draw the other team offside? You've been able to take advantage of that a number of times this year. Is there a time when you kind of felt like you figured some stuff out with that?
No, I just try to make it sound like my cadence. I just try to make my cadence sound like it always does on one, on two, whatever we're going on. Just try to make it sound as similar as possible.
How much have you kind of viewed that as a weapon, to where the moment you've got them to jump to try to, it's just look downfield and take shots? Yeah,
it's very advantageous for the offense if you can do that as an offense, and if the O-line and the receivers hang in there and, don't get any false starts, that's a big advantage for the offense.
This year is an unusual year in that regard. Usually you're on the road, so much noise, you have to go silent, snap count. Cadence isn't any factor, but on the road this year, it becomes an equal factor as at home, really, with the small crowds, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Joe, one of the things that you guys have done really well this year, almost perfect, fourth down conversions. What do you think the key to that success has been?
I don't know. Just an extra down to get the job done. I think, I'm not sure what our stats are on the year, but we have been pretty good on fourth down, and that's credit to the coaching staff and to the players that are prepared for that situation. And we go for it on fourth down. We expect to get it every time.
Is there a mindset on fourth and, kind of that do or die, even if it's in the second quarter, third quarter, whatever, or is it just strictly come down to execution?
It just comes down to execution like it always does. As a quarterback, on fourth down, you can extend it a little longer and, wait for your guys to get open and make some plays that maybe otherwise wouldn't have. So that's a change in the mindset for the quarterback.
What have your early impressions been on Quinton Spain, and what do you like about him?
He's a pro's pro, knows exactly what he's doing. I mean, you can't say enough about a guy that gets here on Thursday and goes and plays however many snaps he played, and we go out and win the game. So I love working with that guy. He's a pro's pro, like I said, and I'm excited to see where he's going to go from here.
2 more minutes with Joe, guys.
Are you physically and mentally refreshed after a bye?
Yeah, I am. After about 2 days of no football last week, I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with these next three days of my life? I didn't know what to do. I'd already watched all the shows I wanted to watch. And I was getting super bored. So I don't know what I did. It's kind of a blur for me, but I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, Joe, we know that Athens is Steeler country. Growing up, can you give us an idea of what Steelers Bengals was like and what you think this Sunday will be like in your hometown?
It was there were a lot of, I would say there was definitely more Steelers fans back home than Bengals fans growing up. That was always a fun game to hear all the trash talk in the schools, elementary school, high school, all that good stuff. So, it was fun.
What do you think this Sunday will be like?
I expect it to be a good game. I think we're going to go out and execute. They're obviously, the best team in the league right now as far as their record. I think our guys are excited for the challenge.
Joe, what was your take on Adeniji? First NFL start over there on your blind side. How do you think he responded? And what do you like about his game?
It was good for a start. He's super athletic guy. I think he's just going to keep improving from here. He's going to continue to get reps, and he's going to be a good player for us in the future.
One last question for Joe.
Which shows did you watch over the bye week? You didn't specify.
So I watched Queen's Gambit. That was pretty good. Started House. So there's a lot of seasons of House. So I'm continue. I think I'm on season 2 right now, maybe the end of season 1. I'm not sure, but that's a pretty good one. Pretty good. I was too scared to watch that. My parents watched that show growing up, but I was too scared to watch it. So I would go upstairs and watch my own show, but I'm starting that one now.
And you played FIFA too, right?
I did a couple times, yeah.
What about House would have scared you?
I was scared of everything growing up. I still don't like scary movies. I don't like haunted houses or anything like that, but I couldn't watch Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, House. I was strictly a SpongeBob, Disney Channel, Nickelodeon kind of guy.
But not the Steelers pass rush.
Not the Steelers pass rush, no.